earlier on I got blocked from a discussion that was taking part on a Facebook post. It's not something that I went into, it's something that I got tagged into. So I had a look at what the tag was. I don't do Facebook forums really, I've lived and learned. But I got tagged in, and it was a neuroscientist who was talking about the negative effects of electronic stimulation through the use of electronic training collars and how they affect the brains, and and how bad it is, and how we should be training with kindness and fairness and patience and this, that and the other, as though the two are mutually incompatible. But anyway, I made a comment on there, and the comment was that I asked if we could meet and we could have a chat and we could discuss it civilly. There was no answer that came of that, but another trainer popped up and started commenting, and basically I invited that trainer as well, who I've spoken to before and who has declined an opportunity to discuss in the past. So I put forward the opportunity again. Again, it was declined because of the fact that people who use shock collars, I won't debate with people who use shock collars. Fine. Do you know what I mean? If that's the way you want to go forward, fine. But what it got me thinking was, how am I different to these people? And by these people, I mean these people who won't engage, who won't debate, who put videos out slamming a particular style or particular people or a particular group of people who adopt a particular style. They will slam them, but they won't engage with them. Okay, so they're talking to an audience. It's an echo chamber. You're looking for people who are going to feed back to you to reinforce what you're doing, but you will not take on the people or discuss with the people that you're actually talking about. And I wanted to, in my own head, get clear of what it is that differentiates me from that sort of person, because I don't care who I talk to. I'm confident enough in my, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If somebody picks me up on an error, fine, I'm wrong. But I'm confident enough in my own outlook and my own methodology and my own ethics to be able to debate them with anybody. And so I was asking myself, I was sort of like sitting and thinking, what is it that differentiates me? And do you know what I've come up with? The reason that I think it is, and I think it's because I do it for the dog. I am working. Everything that I do is to enhance the life of that dog. There happens to be an owner present, and I need to be able to train that owner and educate that owner in order to reach that dog. But if there weren't an owner present, I would do it for the dog anyway. And if I were a rich person, I would do it for as many dogs as I possibly could with no charge. And that would be me. That would be my life, and I'd love it. But I can't do that. But the difference is that my goal, my thrust, my raison d'etre, my essence, my core, is for the dog, is to reach the dog, that's presented before me. It isn't to reach the dog within the confines of a specified ideology, a dogma, a preference. That's wrong. I can't do that because if you looked at medical people and you were to say to them, look, this is what's required, and they thought, I don't really want to do that, I'd prefer to do this, but this is what's required. Well, I don't want to. That doesn't happen. Somebody who is truly objective and is truly working for what is presented before them, the patient, if you like, the subject that's presented before them, will basically do whatever is required. And their preference takes a back seat. Emotive Jamie comes out. Objective Jamie needs to come in. There is a job to be done because you need to further the benefit, the welfare, to enhance the prospects for what is presented before you. And my preference can piss off, to be completely honest, because it's irrelevant at that moment in time. I need to do what the animal in front of me is calling for. And if I'm not prepared to do that, then I have a problem. And that's where I see the difference between the two of us. And I'm not slamming anybody. I'm just saying within my own mind. So this is sort of like cathartic for me, if you like. I'm probably doing this more for myself than I am for anybody else. But the reason for me being how I am compared to the people who are basically heavily involved in doctrine and ideology and preference is my core is the dog. And I don't know that that can be said for these people, because they will forsake the dog for a particular style, a preferential style of training. And that's just not my thing. Thank you.